Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, Amazon keeps wanting me to work. I'm not gonna do it. No way. Nope. Not today or tomorrow. Oh. I'm just Let's see if this is running properly. Oh yeah. Is it my screen? Yeah. See if this works. Whoa, 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 wait, wait. Oh my god. Okay. I came across a post on Stack Overflow. What's Stack Overflow? Is that it? No, it's called. What's Stack Overflow? Is that it? Yeah, that's the name of it. Came across that something on there recently that actually looked like this with the Apple logo, and you've got um like the glowing design behind it. I thought it was really cool, but the guy couldn't actually figure out how to make this like properly, I guess. And then of course you have like almost every answer at your fingertips with AI. So this is the one I created, but I obviously had to use AI to help me do it. But you can do it. It's interesting. You can actually do this properly in Xcode, and you don't have to like use like a photo editing software and just put the image in. You can actually just do this. This is running. You can see this running on iPhone 17 Pro simulator. So let's go and try and remake this. I'll show you the original code here. Let me turn that off. There we go. Or I could leave. Well, no, there's no point in leaving it up because I realize I have a canvas. So this is the original code. There was other code that I did not realize how to use. Huh. There was other code that I did not realize how to use. And this one, it actually seems to work. So here you can go in and like change the colors. You get like orange, black. See that? And then like, what color would you want? Yellow? I don't know. There you go. That looks terrible, but what about red? What about blue? What about green? A little bit more vibrant. But you can obviously change a lot of these things here. And I haven't actually messed with a lot of this. So if you, wow, no padding and you get way more vibrancy. Okay, well, um, yeah, so let's go make a new one of these. New file from template. We'll do Apple logo 2. And then something that I started with that I realized I didn't need is I kept trying to grab like an image of the Apple logo, but you don't actually need it because you can go to image system name and you can type in here apple.logo and it's literally there. It'll pop up. Chuck on some resizables and scale to fits on there. And we'll do a bit of padding so it shrinks. Then we do want the color. Chuck in the color.white on there, but we want the color. We want a color in here. I want that to go around. Yep, like that for now. Maybe gray. It's like in my face right now. So bright. Jesus. And then what are we gonna do? We want to, I think, what was it? Add an overlay. We need a linear gradient. Get the colors in. Top, bottom. We can actually go from left to right on this one. And we'll just do like, whoa. What color would I make it? Maybe white. And then dot blue. I don't know. And then dot what is up? Mint. That seems good. And then dot teal. Looks very close to mint, but whatever. Then we have that. Then we gotta do, we want a mask on that. And then I never properly learned how to use mask, but you just have to basically create the same thing on the gradient. But then, do you even need the image? Wait, hold on. Could this be simpler? As I'm doing it, let's put this in a VStack. And let's drop another Z stack in here. Let's just put a linear gradient in there. And dot orange. Whoa. Orange dot yellow dot red. Yeah, sure. Top. This is dot bottom trailing for fun. Top leading. Let's do that. Yeah, looks better. Now let's do a mask. And let's put the image of apple.logo dot resizable dot scale to fit. Whoa. Scaled to fit. And then, whoa, hold on. You don't even need, okay. Okay. Color dot black dot ignore safe area. Spacing 0. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Now, let's look at the original and see what we've done differently here. Okay, we have the shadow on the thing, so it's coming through. Oh yeah, so we don't, yeah, I'm over, I lost sight of what we needed to do. We're not trying to get the design in the logo. We're trying to get it behind the logo. So we still need the image. We still need the image because we need a shadow on it. 20, 10. And then, what if you just put shadow on this? 10. Well, I don't know. Interesting. So we can't forget the blur radius and apparently a blend mode as well. So let's put that on here too. Blur radius 10. Oops. Then we'll put on the mask, I think, or the linear gradient blend mode dot color. I think that's what we need to do. Let's just put that on here as well. Yeah. So you definitely need the one on top. Definitely need the one on top. So let's copy that in. We can have two sets here. So that one actually looks better. Is it because of the shadow, extra shadow on it? No. Oh, it's because we didn't put blend mode dot color in there. So that actually looks worse now. Is it just me or is it darker than it was before? It is, right? It's darker. Well, this is, supposed to be in an overlay, right? Which it's not overlay. So therefore it should not be affected. Padding 30. Whoa. Oh, oops. Dot overlay. My bad. Wait, it's still. You know what, let's get rid of the second one then. Forget it. Just deal with this one. So, right, what are we missing here? We've got our shadow here. And then we've got our overlay. We've got our gradient. Then we got a mask, right? We got the image resizable scale to fit. Um, we put padding on this one, which we weren't supposed to do apparently. And then we got a blur radius of 15. Salute! And what are we missing here? Padding. Oh, oops. Well, we definitely can't see it now. We're missing a oh, there you go. So you need a shadow color. What happens if you put a different color for the shadow? So okay, so the shadow has to be white. Here's the key thing here. The shadow color has to be white. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything happening here. You can mess around with the blur radius. It just gets, oh, bye, my love. Enjoy. And, hi, got the, so here you just change the size. So this is all connected to this now. So it doesn't really matter what you do here. It'll always, follow the, like the size of the, you know, like if you put like if it wasn't resizable, for example, it's still down there with the blur on it. But like a 5 blur, I don't think you can even make it smaller. Oh, here it's a shadow. There you go. So the shadow is kind of what controls more of the like the sharpness of the like you can control the glow kind of with the shadow basically. And you can choose your colors here, fully like designed. Like it's crazy that this is not like a photo editing program. Like it's all done with typing text. There you go. Red. Bye bye. Love you so much. So macho. You get like super yellow. And then like blue on the corner. Yeah, you can just do whatever you want here. You can change like top to bottom. That looks really bad, but you get what I mean. So yeah, and then I like the closer kind of outline. That's pretty nice. Maybe 7 because I like a little bit of glow. Maybe 5. I actually like 5 to be honest. It's like clean. It feels clean to me. Anyway, yeah, that's how you make it. You do that, and you can make an outline on. It works really well with the system logos. I don't know if you can do this with a proper image. You might be able to. You probably can because you were literally using an image here. Um, and as long as you use the image secondary, then it should work. So yeah, enjoy. See ya. All right, I am now done with that recording, and I think it saved to movies. Yeah, it did. Nice, it's only 100 megabytes. I'll upload that later. All right, what else can we do here? Now let's move on from the Apple logo. Let's do some serious shit now. Serious shit. The fuck? Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, we're gonna go over the shorthand syntax again for teams. So let's quit the simulator. This is way too big. Okay, and hacking with Swift stuff. Create and use closures. I had this thing in my head. I just want to see if I can let URL string equal bundle dot main dot URL for with extension for apple dot JSON. So that probably doesn't work because it doesn't exist. Oh, I guess it does work. I just wanted to print URL string. Oh, oh yeah, because there's nothing there. Wait, print URL string dot absolute string doesn't exist. Dot path components. Okay. I don't know how to actually print the if this was an actual like the pieces of it to see if it was properly. But it doesn't seem to be an issue in terms of when you write it in. So that's good, I guess. Bundle.main.u. So if I put that in here, what happens? Nothing. It's the same. Okay, I was just curious because it was something that was in my head before when I woke up this morning. Oh, what is this? Hold on, I just need to. Whoops. Let me check something really quickly. Wow, I just saw something really, really interesting. Um, uh, Here we go. Just wanted to make a quick post here. Um, just fix this. There we go. Hmm? Where's my thing? All right. Let's get back to coding. So let's. So I just saw something like insane, and I had to like get involved. It's very, very important for the human race. I'm not even joking. All right, so let's get into the closures here, and you'll probably be able to hear this. I'm just gonna mute my mic when I'm playing it. I think you'll be able to hear it.
Knows to return a boolean, has to return a boolean. It knows A and B must be string.
Yep. Okay, and he's speed chatting. Speed chatting here. We've kind of already done this a bit, but I need practice with it, so I'm doing this, and we need to do more URL practice too. So let's
Or the return type bool. So why do we have to say A string, comma, B string returns bool in? We don't. We don't have to specify the types of the parameters for our closure or the return type. The parameters must be two strings. The return type must be a boolean. And so, this kind of code requiring those exact types can go away. Swift lets us remove all of that and just say A and B in. It knows to return a Boolean, it has to return a Boolean, it knows A and B must be.
Just realized my mic was muted. So I've already done that here, and you can see, like, when you just press enter here, it automatically creates that situation. So you can either do that, or you got like the full thing here. So you can kind of just like automatically, oh, geez, sorry, kind of automatically do it. And then you got like A, oh my God, you can't press tab. B, and then if A equals David, return true. Else if B equals David, return false. Otherwise, basically return A over B. And then put sorted users 4 in here. Should be some, yeah, David's ahead. Ooh, the guy, sorry, I just got a little bit excited because the guy who I posted on his video, he liked my post. I'm hoping he's going to respond to it. Hoping. Yes. All right. Well, I don't know if he said anything or not. He's probably typing or something. Sorry, it's exciting. Of course, it's about aliens, so you can't blame me for being excited. Let's turn that off. Let's go back to the video.
Strings, boom, don't repeat yourself. And that's already reduced the amount of clutter in our code. But we can go one step further. When one function, in this case sorted, accepts another function as its parameter, like sorted does, Swift gives us a special syntax type called trailing closure syntax. And what it means is this by chunk, as well as the closing parenthesis, goes away. We can remove that entirely. So rather than passing in the function, our sorting function, as a parameter, we just go ahead and start the closure. Start directly. And doing so, away goes by at the start, and away goes the closing parenthesis at the end. Less clutter. Now, hopefully, you can now see why that in keyword is so useful.
Oh my God, every single time I start talking, I just realize I keep having myself muted. What is it?
If you had to specify A and B outside the braces, it'd be team.sorted AB open brace. It wouldn't make sense. And so having this syntax with in dividing the body of the closure from the parameters and return type is really important. Now there is one last way we can make closures less cluttered. Swift can automatically provide parameter names using so-called shorthand syntax. With this, we don't write a, b in anymore. Instead, we get automatic, specially named variables counting from $0, $0, $1, $2, and so forth, providing the body.
Again, I was talking and I'm muted. Okay, sometimes I can understand this I'm saying, sometimes I can't, so we're gonna pay attention to this one.
Of the closure from the parameters and return type is really important. Now, there is one last way we can make closures less cluttered. Swift can automatically provide parameter names using so-called shorthand syntax. With this, we don't write a, b in anymore. Instead, we get automatic, specially named variables counting from $0, $0, $1, $2, and so forth. Using this syntax.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna see if I can create this by myself. So we can remove this. This is. I think this is. I think that works. It does. Yes. Peace out, bitches. We've done it. Oh my god, you can't see that. Oh my god, fuck. Fuck. Okay, this is for some reason. I don't want. Okay, I'm trying to. No, this is not. I need another. Give me one sec. Sorry. Study. This is studying on. So small. You can see it there. Oh. Okay, I see what I have to do here. I have to make it. I have to shrink it by. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Now I see what's going on. All right. There we go. And I think you should be able to see what's going on here. There you go. It's kind of like watching YouTube a little bit. Shrink that down. There we go. Okay. God damn. Shrink it down further. Hopefully you can see that properly. Just realized it's off the screen again. All right. There we go.
Our code becomes this. So notice a, b in
Okay, I did it.
is now gone. So we haven't got a and b anymore. We've got $0 and $1. The first element, $0, second element, $1. Now I left this till last because it's not as clear cut as the others.
I get it.
Some
We're not
people see
exactly
this kind of
building
syntax
something.
and hate it because it's less clear. And that's okay. Personally, I would not use it here because we're using each value more than once. $0 is used twice, $1 is used twice. But if our sorted call was simpler, you want to do a simple reverse sort, for example, then I would. It would look more like this. T not sorted, open closure, return, $0 is greater than $1. That's a reversed sort. Put left before right if left should come after right. That's what we're saying. It's the other way around, basically. It's a flip the sort. And so that's where I think shorthand syntax works brilliantly. And so in is used to mark the end of the parameters and return type. Everything after that is the body of the closure. And it just means that our code shrinks way down without that. Get rid of
Why does it suggest things that don't work? If 0 equals David, return true, otherwise return false. Does that work? No. Well, 0 is less than 1. Super simple. Super simple.
I'm just get rid of in, just use shorthand syntax all the way. Now you can see I've flipped the comparison from less than to greater than to get reverse sort, but we're now down to a single line. And we're down to a single line means we can remove the return keyword. And in fact, this whole thing becomes a single line of code. Reverse sort that array. That's what it means. Now, there are no fixed rules about when to use shorthand syntax and when not to. But in my case, I use shorthand syntax
So fascinating, some stuff that's happening right now. It's crazy. All right.
Most of the time. Unless three things are true. Firstly, if the closure's body is long, I won't do it. Declare the variable names. If $0 or $1, $2, whatever, are used multiple times, I prefer not to do it. And if you end up with three or more parameters, $0, $1, $2, $3, it gets absurd. You know, it's
I
too
totally
complex
agree with
now.
that.
Remember which is which. Just name them all, and it becomes
It
easier.
gets too
I
confusing,
prefer a
but
maximum of $0 and $1. Now, if you're still unconvinced about the power of closures, I want to look at some more examples in Xcode. Let's go over here. First up, on arrays, we have a filter function, and this thing lets us run some code on every item in the array. And it'll send back a new array containing every item that passed our test. And so we could find all the team players whose name begins with capital T, like this. Let T only equals team.filter.
filter time. Let's do this. Let T only equal team dot filter 0 dot oh, 0 dot name. No, 0 dot first equals T. 0 first dot raw value? No, that's not right. 0 dot, I don't know. I don't know what to put here. Let's continue the video.
Open brace, $0 has prefix T.
Oh my god, the dot has prefix. We don't even need equals. It's so easy.
Boom. And I can do print T only. I should print out Tiffany and Tasha. Boom. So
I'm muted again. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck, I can't do this with the non-stop muting, unmuting thing. I need my headphones. Guys, I need my headphones. Okay, stretch time. Why or how would you dot how would you set this up so that you get the lowercase and uppercase with like within this? Because I think I know how to do it in function form. Func T only filter. Um, oh my god, shut up, Amazon. Actually, I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. This is the problem with me. I haven't done enough repetition. This is my main problem.
We're calling the filter function. We're using trailing closure syntax here to pass a closure indirectly. It'll run this test on every item in the team array. Hey, Gloria, do you have prefix? Nope, not in the array. Suzanne? Nope. Piper? Nope. Tiffany? Yes, you do start with T. You're in the final array, as is Tasha. Second example is the map function, and this thing lets us transform every item in an array using some code of our choosing. How do you want to transform the items? And it'll send back a new array but with transformed items. So I could say, let uppercase team be team.map.0.uppercase. And now print uppercase team. So again, it'll go through every item in the team and run this closure on it. Whatever this returns gets put into a new array and sent back. So it'll print out when it runs, Gloria, Suzanne, Piper, Tiffany, Tasha, but all in uppercase. I've placed them all right here. Now, tip for you, when you're working with a map like this, you don't have to return the same type as you received.
All right, why are we getting some weird ass shit happening? Oh, it's because it's not being used. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's put uppercase names in here. There you go. Let uppercase sorted names equal uppercase names dot sorted. Okay. So we've saved uppercased in one, and we've filtered those in another one. That's fun.
You could convert an array of integers to an array of strings, for example. It's down to you. Like I said, we're going to be doing a huge amount of closures in SwiftUI. And so I'd recommend you keep a few things in mind. You're thinking, where they be used. One is, imagine a list of data, item. SwiftUI will say to you, okay, you've got your data, person 1, person 2, person 3, whatever. Take one item from here. Here you go. Here's one person. Please convert that into something I can display on screen. And that is your transformation function. You're given an item. Give me back something for the screen, please. Second, when you create a button, even tapping buttons, Swift will actually ask you two things. Give me a function to run when the button's pressed. Button's pressed, now what? But you can also pass in another function to generate the content of the button. Maybe you want to return a picture or some text or both or who knows what. It's a function of your choosing. And in fact, in SwiftUI, a third example is even just stacking text one above the other or left to right, like this on the screen, is done using a closure. You'll see them all the time. Now, yes, you can create individual functions every time SwiftUI does this, but trust me, you just won't. Closures make this kind of thing completely natural, particularly trailing closure syntax. I think it would really be amazed at how SwiftUI uses them to produce remarkably simple and clean code.
All right. So first off, let's just clear all these out. Just so much shit. So if we make a function t only d, we should name this d only. So the function I think this is placeable in here, right? D only. D. No. Uh It's not gonna work either. Interesting. I wonder, how do you put it into filter? How do you put a function into filter? I don't know. Maybe this it's unnecessary. I don't know. But let's see. If you know what, I'm just gonna look at what I have. Let me open up JP Apex Legends. Apex Predators. Why do you keep thinking Legends? Oh, the game, the Apex Legends game. Holy shit. Oh. Here, so we have a function that filters by the type. So would we, let's see, would we by string? By letter of type string, right? And if letter is equal to D, what do we do here? Wow. Huh? Damn. What is going on with this whole Charlie Kirk thing? My God. I don't know what you said, but I'm glad I didn't see it if it got retracted. Thanks for retracting it. Right, so if letter is equal to D, but this is not, how would you, there's probably a way to do it, I just don't know how. If letter is equal to D, uppercase, wait, can I not access uppercase names? Users. So I can't, okay, wait, I cannot access this Wait. Hold on, what have I done? Let's get rid of that. Let users 2 equals. There it is. The only. Then this is gonna have an issue, right? No? Or whatever. So that returns David, that's fine. Do we have a return here? No, we don't. If letter equals D, users 2 equals hold on. Let users 3 equal empty. Does that work? Type string. Does that work? No. Hold on. Let users 3. Wait, why can't I make a thing in here? Test. Oh, I had a mistake. Oops. Let users of type string be empty. If I'm clearly not thinking properly here. If hold on, this is not right. Here you go. That's what I wanted to do. But this is what is the point of this? What am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh my god. Am I not what is my brain doing right now? Holy shit. I cannot think properly about fuck, it's because I got so much else in my mind right now. It's so annoying. I wanted to sit down and do this, but like I thought I could get some study done today, and I feel like I can't. So here you'll put in your what you want to filter by, right? How is this done over here in the app here? Content view. Filtered dinos of type, and then we use the filter and we you know, whatever current selection is changed throughout. Okay, let's just go on with the videos and just get stuck in tutorial hell for a minute because I can't even think right now. Okay, let's just.
There's one last closure topic I want to look at, which is how to write functions that accept functions as parameters. This is particularly important with closures, thanks to trailing closure syntax, but it's a useful skill in other places too. Now, previously, we looked at code like this. Func